It's snowing.
And we're in Luxembourg.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Today is our first day in a new country. We're starting the new year in this new country. We had a pretty crazy journey, hitchhiking all the way from the Netherlands. We were in Zwijndrecht, which is just outside of Rotterdam. And we celebrated New Year's Eve there, just Shish and me by ourselves.
We saw all the fireworks come out at night. It was crazy how many rockets the Dutch people were, cracking.
Yeah, we heard that it was the last year for cracker bursting. So people really went crazy. Anyway, we hitchhiked about 360 kilometers yesterday.
We even got a hitchhike in our truck for the first time in Europe.
Yeah, Shish was back to sitting in her usual way. Kind of reminded us of our Africa days.
Now we are here in Luxembourg, one of the small countries in Europe. And to make it special, it's snowing today. And the temperature is really cold, maybe about a degree. And
Yeah.
it feels like as if it's -12 because of the wind.
Yeah, it's everybody's actually layered up, but I'm surprised to see so many tourists even now in this weather in this country. What we understood is that because of how expensive this country is, how extremely rich this country is, people can't really afford to stay here. People just visit for a day or two and then go back to one of the neighboring countries, which is just so much easier for tourists. Oh man, the snow is really hitting us in the face.
When it hits it, like it pokes your face, like as if
Yeah.
somebody is throwing sand in your face. It feels like that.
I want to turn this way because the snow is hitting in the eye. So the interesting thing we learned about this country is that it's home to, I think, what happened?
There's snow on your eyelashes.
It's called the country of millionaires, where almost every other person you'd meet on the street who is Luxembourgish is most likely a millionaire because of just, how their personal wealth is valued. Everything here is so expensive. Real estate, even supermarket prices. So obviously today we'll get a little bit of a glimpse into it.
Well, we're not staying in a hotel, but we are staying with our friend.
Welcome to Luxembourg. Pretty fancy.
We'll be sleeping under the Eiffel Tower.
And we're just staying outside the city in the southern part of the country. Oh, the snow is
Oh
just
my
getting so
God.
much more. It's so nice. This is too distracting. Anyways, we're gonna walk further into the old town now. It's gotten super cold and windy, so as you can see, the hats are back on.
The gloves are on and we are warm.
This entire country is only 2,600 square kilometers. That makes it one of the smallest in the world and one of the smallest in Europe also. The entire country is actually a kingdom. It's called the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg. So it's the only country in the world to have a duke and a duchess as the head of the country even today. So it's a monarchy. But just like its neighbors, it's a constitutional monarchy. So there's a parliament and elections and all of that. And the king is more of a ceremonial head of state and has lesser powers than the people.
And also they speak multiple languages here. English, French, German, Luxembourgish.
We are now inside the old city. We just crossed the bridge. It's a very nice looking bridge. It's an arch. And then on the inside, there's a big castle. And the castle encloses the old city right within.
No.
Look at that water. There is a house built into the rock there.
We just came here and this view is so nice. This part is actually called the downtown and you see all these houses are below the bridge and most of them have grey tiled roof. I'm loving how the bridge looks here. It's similar to the Glenfinnan Viaduct bridge we saw, the Harry Potter bridge. It's everywhere here. And we learned that the population of Luxembourg is around 700,000 and every day there are many people coming in from the neighboring countries just to work in Luxembourg. So at that time it's an influx of around 300,000 people.
That makes this country so tiny. It's probably smaller than one neighborhood in our home city of Bangalore. But it's so cool.
By the way, there's free Wi-Fi everywhere in Luxembourg and the public transport is free, which makes it so easy for us to just go wherever we want, explore and go wherever else we want.
We also learned that this happened very recently. It was after COVID, mostly because there's just so much traffic in this country, so many vehicles coming in from even the outside from the borders, and then the city center is really small. So giving free public transport was supposed to fix that. But the good thing is they've also opened that up for tourists like us.
We just found a secret lift. We don't have to walk back up. We can just take it and go. And it's free. We just came out of the elevator and now we're actually down 4 floors. We're just walking now outside the lift and we see something like a gallery.
We just got out of that lift and we were expecting to be at the ground floor on the top, but it turns out the lift brought us down to the ground floor, which is what we were seeing from up there while filming.
Yeah.
Somewhere there we were. And now we've come to that very same spot where we saw that little bridge and the river. It's so cool. It was so...
And all these are the castle walls, the old castle walls right behind us.
This little tunnel where we came out from just now with the elevator, that's actually a very natural cave system. They call it grottos here. So this one has a gallery inside it. We saw pictures alongside both sides when we were walking. And it's pretty cool how they have infused so much of interesting stuff with normal public utilities inside a rock.
I smell fries.
Distracted.
Yeah.
I'm now switching to the phone because the snowfall has gotten pretty intense and our camera is just fogging up like crazy. How is that duck not feeling cold? Going back up again.
We're back. This is the same road we were walking on in the morning. We just came to another Christmas market here. There are so many Christmas markets in Luxembourg and it's Jan secondary. The markets are still open. And we learned that in some countries in Europe, the markets are open until 7th of Jan or something.
Yeah, it's really nice because this is the most important square in the whole old city of Luxembourg. And there's a lot of monuments around us. Like there's the church that we were just in, it's the old cathedral. And then there's a few government offices and buildings. But then the Christmas market has this warm glow amongst all this grey, cold weather. So
It feels so nice to be in a Christmas market when it is snowing and this weather. It's just perfect. Just like how we see it in the movies.
I'll give you some.
Just got glue wine. This is one drink we saw in every Christmas market, starting from London all the way till here. This is actually hot. We got the cherry flavored one and it's actually nice. It feels like I'm drinking hot cherry juice.
it's very nice. It's all what all the kids are drinking. So before we got this little mug, we actually got to try multiple flavors.
They have red, they have white, they have rose, they have apple and cherry.
So just a few of them are non-alcoholic. So this one is the non-alcoholic one. And we really, this is a very traditional thing you find in every Christmas market. It's kind of the drink of the season. And in this cold, icy weather,
In
It's like
snowy
a-
weather. So for the mug, they kept a deposit of 5 euros, and the glue wine itself cost us 5 euros. So when we return the mug, they'll give us the 5 euros,
Yes.
or you can just keep the mug as a souvenir. We just came to one of the tables, which was outside the stall, and we see they have put fire in between, and it's so warm.
Oh man, this is so good.
Hello. Got our money back. Now it is 2 degrees.
At every hour of the day, it actually pops up a door open, and then there's something going on there. So cool. They're all coming out one by one. Looks like a gingerbread man. This behind us is the Grand Palace of the Duchy. So the Duke is actually supposed to live there, I think. I don't know if he's actually here. Yeah, and outside the palace, you can see 2 guard boxes. There's a guy inside. He's dressed in a ceremonial uniform.
Every once in an hour, the security guards, they just come out, march to the other box, and then they go inside. That's what we heard. But we're not going to wait for them to do that. We're going to go on, explore more of the city. It's fries time. Thank you. That's a large portion. Which sauce do you want?
Our souvenir budget is getting a bit out of hand here.
A magnet costs 4 euros here. It's like the most expensive magnet we have seen in
Yeah.
all the countries we've been to.
That's true. The lady at the shop, she was super nice. She actually found us a very nice little souvenir. It's a lot cheaper than the magnets. But you'll probably have to wait for a day where we make a video of all of our souvenirs
Yeah.
arranged in a little place so we can show those.
Yeah. Should I go in? We're on a tram now, and it's a free ride.
Just got off the tram and it's snowing again. This has to be one of those very beautiful life experiences
Yeah.
of being in the snow that we've never really had ever before.
I kind of like the snow more than the rain because
Yeah.
it's dry, you don't get wet, you kind of enjoy it
just-
as it feels.
You can just brush it off like this. right?
Yeah. It's cold, it's snowing, but you're not wet.
We have been like in a place where it had already snowed, but I don't think we've experienced a snowing effect for a long time, really, the
Yeah.
way we have done here.
Even in Wales, it was for a brief period of like 5 minutes or something, that's it. But
Yeah.
today has been lovely.
The other place that we've experienced snow was Afghanistan, but also there was no snowfall there. We have to now cross a tram line. But it's so cool. This country is the first one in the whole world to make transport free across. Like once you enter its borders,
Yeah.
everywhere it's free.
The trams, the buses,
The trains.
the trains.
Yeah.
Wow. In our home state, Karnataka, the buses are free for all ladies.
Yeah, but
I
then
go
the
for
bus
free
ticket.
in- I go for free in the bus, but Navneet has to pay twice the money almost.
Yeah, they raised the prices for the rest of us once they made it free for women.
I think the funicular is right
Yeah,
here.
let's go to the funicular.
It's literally empty.
Let's go to the window side. Are you ready?
Yes, we are riding the funicular. The last time we did was in Azerbaijan.
Here we go. So we're crossing the woods, going under the ground.
Oh, there's one coming from the other side.
Really, that was it.
That was it. I thought it would be a nice view from somewhere on top of a hill to the bottom, but I think I'm done.
It looks like the funicular brought us to this train station, but there's also this really cool bridge up there, the Red Bridge. And these are trains that are going up to the north of the country.
Let's go back.
Okay.
That was just 40 seconds long. I think it's time to go back. I'm tired now. Is this D1? Should we take another one? Okay, we are going to do a round thing in the snow. First time ever in our life. Oh my god, the snowballs
It's
are
heavy.
so big. And it all of a sudden started. It was like so clear till now. He's sleeping.
Now on the public bus. This is also free.
It feels so weird to get on a public transport and not pay for it. But it feels nice. It'll open on its own. The moon!
Very shiny there.
Now we can walk even more easily because everything is slippery. You can just slide and go.
So while on the bus, we were just doing a bit of reading and found out that Luxembourg has a very crazy proportion of millionaires. 16% of all adults in this country are millionaires.
It's 16% of all adults, not even families. That's crazy.
Yeah, that brings that number to almost 50,000 millionaires or so, which is actually quite less when you compare it to countries like India, China, US, etc. But this is not a very big country, and there are so many people who are that rich. Ooh, snowy.
Ow!
Some more snow.
We are back in the room now. This is where we are staying. It's a place called Mondorf, which is about half an hour away from the Luxembourg City. And it is very close to the France border, actually.
Yeah. Anyways, we're here now. We'll just go make some dinner and eat and then call it a day. And we still have one more day here in Luxembourg tomorrow. And we haven't yet planned what we'll see. Our friend is actually thinking of where to take us tomorrow and show us around. So maybe you'll see him in that video too. So we'll see you again in tomorrow's vlog.
Bye! We're having some couscous and oranges. And it's dinner time.
Subscribe. Hey brother, what is that duck doing there? It is swimming in the ice cold water. I find it hard to believe it can swim in this one.
It's cold, brother? I think it just drank a soda, so it has some energy.
It is absolutely cold, brother. So very cold. What is happening here? From running away from every dog she's ever seen in life to actually walking with Lyra.
She's the friendliest one I've ever met. Hi. Ouch.